Throughout my years, I've wrestled like well over 1,000 wrestling matches, like literally thousands of wrestling matches, and it all comes down to like maybe 10 or 12 left. To be quite honest, the last 2 seasons I was kind of like a head case. I had a lot of ups and downs mentally. And by the end of the year, the last 2 years, I really just stopped liking wrestling. I just am not having fun. There's like putting a lot of pressure on myself for really no reason. And just like not enjoying wrestling matches.
I think if you asked him, he's probably had some ebbs and flows in his college career because he is a guy that came in with goals of winning a national championship. But he's had a very consistent career, 100 college wins. He's top, there's only 10 guys in the history of the program with 100 wins, and he's one of them.
I think more than anything this season, I've really just tried to focus on having fun and wrestling with no regrets. And I think because of that, the wrestling has come with it. But the focus has always just been having fun, not necessarily, going out and like winning the match.
He's letting the joyful part of the sport take over, and I think you're seeing the fruits of that now being ranked 5th in the country here late in the season.
At the end of the day, in 20 years, I can tell my kids that my senior year, I had a lot of fun, no matter how it came out, how it turned out to be. Yeah, so obviously, being a student athlete here, that takes up most of your time. But I have been able to do a few things outside of wrestling since I've been here. So majoring in computer science, getting both my master's and my bachelor's. My bachelor's is in artificial intelligence and my master's is in computer network security. So I've gotten to take a lot of really cool, interesting classes with that. Pretty much everything under the sun in the CS department at this point I feel like I've taken. In the summers I've done a few internships as well. And last summer I actually worked for Apple in their information security department, kind of aggregating a lot of malware data and stuff. I can't talk too much about what I did, but it was a really cool summer where I got to learn a lot about an area of computer science and tech that I really had no idea about before.
Well, Nathan's a very special student athlete. He truly is a student athlete. You talk about a guy who's a computer science major. He's going to leave here with a master's degree and an undergraduate degree. He's a person we can point to. We can also lead future student athletes too, that's done it all, that's come here, embraced the Stanford experience, excelled in the classroom, had high goals off the wrestling mat, but equally as high on the wrestling mat, and he's been successful at both.
I'm really lucky to be where I am and to be interested in computer science in Silicon Valley. And then I'm going to take that forward. Next year I'm working for Facebook out in Menlo Park, starting October, so pretty excited for that.
Nathan Butler is just an extreme workhorse in the room, especially. The last 3 years I've been working with him, he's done nothing but teach me how to be an amazing wrestler and just improve every day. He really just sets a positive example by his actions, through his actions. He trains the right way, he gets the right amount of sleep, he diets well, he does all the right things.
So guys on the team at any weight looked at him and they think, man, if Nathan Butler's doing it, I have no excuse. He is driven to excel in the weight room. He's, always rallying the guys. He's the voice. He's the the positive energy that we need. He's a boisterous leader in that regard, but he leads by example, but also vocally. And so in that regard, you couldn't ask for anything more.
He stays in after practice and works on things that he needs to improve on. Always doing a little bit extra and always leading by example. He's having the best year he's ever had, and it's really cool to see how he's shifted from kind of that, a little more tense, a little more worried about winning versus just going out there and doing what he knows how to do and having fun.
He's a guy you can trust, but really the 3 things to me are his work ethic, his dependability, and his consistency. He's a guy who, he's been dependable for us. He's got over 100 wins, you know what you're getting, and he's very consistent, doesn't miss a lot of practices, and that is what guys recognize, and that's why he's such a great leader.
I think that the team has gotten closer and been, more of a family every year that I've been here, and it's really awesome to see. Excited for the future of this program.
I think at the end of the day, for me, it's more about having fun and wrestling to where I believe I can wrestle. And so that when I come off the mat for the last time, whether it be, the NCAA championship, whether it be, losing second round, who knows, I want to be able to say, like, I left it all on the mat and there's nothing more I could have done. You come to Stanford not just for the wrestling, but for the opportunities it presents, the academic success you're going to get, and then how set up you are going to be for the rest of your life once you come out of here. The opportunities it presents and the doors it opens and the connections you make here are absolutely priceless, and you're not going to get that anywhere.